making tractor tires the fast way. Okay, I got a lot of rough edges along here, and so I want to kind of clean those off. I decided to try this sander here. Okay, the next step that I'm going to do is dye them black with ebony dye. Put that on a little stick, and I'll just turn it in here, and that should give a quick coating. And then we'll let it drip dry. Then I'm going to stick it on a little stick here and let it dry. That's all there is to it. A lot fast. Okay, I'm going to show you how I make the centers of these wheels. I've cut the pattern on the table saw and made two of them, glued them together. Now I'm making tractor wheels. I've stained them, and then the stain was a little uneven, so then I just sprayed some black Krylon paint on there. It makes it a lot more uniform. I actually suggest just doing that anyway. But anyway, I'll show you how quickly it is to make the center here, just for interest sakes. And that's all there is to it. I've drilled it, counterbored it, then made it look like a little rim here. It just finishes it off, makes it look fairly attractive. And of course, with the rubber tire on there in black, it makes it quite attractive wheel for a toy there. The metal lathe is just fantastic when it comes to making toys and various things. It holds the wood. You can hold the wood in different ways, and everything is controlled, so you make accurate cuts, which is just great. Okay, before I put this together, I thought I'd take a minute here and show you the individual components of this tractor. I believe the last thing I videoed was how I made the wheels. So since then I've made all the components here, and I'll show you a little close-up of them. Just position the camera here a little closer to the table here, and we'll get it. Of course, I took a picture and a picture of what I was going to build off the computer. This is a Minneapolis Moline 1600. I believe it dates back to the 1970s. So these are the wheels. I've totally finished those and put a coat of finish on them there. First I dyed them, and then I ended up spraying some black paint on them. It evened them up a lot better there. And then these will be the axles, you might say, or that'll attach it to the body. This piece is the front of the tractor. I even have a little step on there for stepping up on it there. I've machined the bottom out, as you can see there, and then so it'll have a little front axle can move a little bit. I made this little section here look like a rear end, I guess, and then it goes right in this area here, and then I just stick a pin in there to secure that. That's the front section. You can see that this will move a little bit here. Just looking at some pictures, I noticed it did move on the real tractor, but doesn't have to move a lot. And then the last part of the tractor, this is probably one of the more difficult ones to build. Fenders, and the back where the hitch is there, power takeoff, and hydraulic places for hydraulic fittings, and of course the hitch there. And I put a little piece of wood on here to make it look like the rear end too. Anyway, this just pops together on the front section here, and then put a pin in there. There we go, and that's and of course it will move back and forth. Well, I guess we could see if some of these wheels would fit on, and we'll just put that through there, and these should pop on. And there's one. Got to make sure you get the wheels going the right direction. You have to remember, when these are made, you have to make sure that the treads, you don't want to make a set that you have all for one side, then you have to make a whole different model. And then we just do the same, of course, with the front wheels. And that's the basic part of this unit here. The cab is made up of a couple sides and a roof, and I don't know if you can see in on this video or not, but there's a steering wheel and a seat back there. I'm going to look through this back here. You might be able to see it a little better with the steering wheel and the seat there. And of course it's just going to set on there like that. I'm going to glue this on. Some of the other models I've used wood screws in that. And then the motor section and the grill. Probably one of the more difficult things was cutting out those little M's there for Minneapolis Moline. Other than that, it's quite basic, fairly simple there. And it's just going to sit, it'll set on there, be glued on. And of course, the model needs a exhaust pipe and an air cleaner. Made this in 2 colors there just to make it interesting. First one I made a little while ago, I set it down, can't find it. Had to completely make a new one. I don't know whether this is better than the last one or not, but anyway, it wasn't complete without that, and that'll go in there. And that'll be the basic model. This is a gas tank, I believe. I saw a picture with a filler in there, so I presume this is a gas tank. Anyway, now I guess what I'll do is I'll get it all put together and put a finish on it, and then we'll be back for a final viewing there. So look forward to getting this totally finished and posted onto YouTube and Lumberjocks. The completed project. It looks a little better than it did the last time I showed it to you. I had to just sprayed it with some spray finish. I'll just turn it around here gently so you can kind of see it from all sides. There's the front view. This is a Minneapolis Moline. I believe it's an A4T-1600. 1600. It's been a fun project, fairly easy to build, but took a little longer than I thought. Yeah, so that's what she looks like. I'll take a few close-ups here for you. I chose this tractor largely because I like the lines of it, but I believe it dates back to the 70s, so that's why it's not as hasn't got as many curved surfaces, mainly straight lines. Makes it a lot easier for modeling though. Here's a close-up of the tires, all done up there. And then this is the front end here. I kind of like that view with the 2 little M's there. It took a little effort to cut that out, but anyway. And you can see back in here, last time I put it together I didn't have those on. I got to looking at the picture and discovered that I forgot something, and that has the headlights, I believe, in there. I've never seen one of these tractors in real life, but just looking at pictures there. So I put those on this morning. And there's another, just a little shot there, different angle. See if we can get to see inside. I built a little steering wheel there, a couple controls, gauges. Maybe it'll show up better in the back view there. But anyway, just coming back here in the gas tank, and at the back here I've got towing hitch, power takeoff, some hydraulic quick connectors there. They're starting to make tires now, instead of the double tires there. They're starting to make wide ones with a wide rim. It's supposed to be a lot better for the crops in the field. So that's about it. I guess it's time to play with it now. Okay, we'll just take one final little roll around the table here. Show you how it goes in a circle. It's about as sharp as it turns. And we'll straighten it out. Okay. So anyway, that's it. And thanks for looking. And we should have another project up before too long of some sort. It's been a lot of fun making these things. So we'll see you next time.